Okay, those are the key levels to watch out for Nifty, and look at the way how it's shaped up this week. A smart recovery coming in today's session, 0.6% higher for the entire week. So good going for the markets. But talk about the real estate space. It's quite active and up and about on the back of real estate bill that passes the Rajya Sabha test, and on the back of that, a lot of real estate stocks are very active in today's session. To name a few, it's Sobha Developers, which is one of the top gainers in this space. It's also DLF, HDIL, Unitech, India Bulls Real Estate. All these stocks are gaining a good 2.5%. But let's put the spotlight on Sobha Developers in specific as the management joins in and get in a perspective from the developer side as well. JC Sharma, who is the VC and MD of the company, joins in. Mr. Sharma, good morning. Great to have you with us on Hot Stocks. Would like to know your first reactions to the passage of a real estate bill. What's your sense?
See, this has been a very long-awaited bill. It has undergone multiple changes. I presume that the voices of all the stakeholders have been taken care of. Now what has emerged today, it definitely meets the expectations of the customers. There are some issues vis-a-vis the developers, but hopefully as the new projects get launched under this new bill, things should become alright, and we welcome it.
All right. Would also like to know, do you see the bill boost the sector as a whole? And especially, do you see it reviving the eroded customer confidence in this space?
See, whatever little bit we hear from the market, yes, the customers have been looking forward to have this bill enacted. And if this bill gets enacted, which is now a certainty, definitely the customers' confidence should get revived, and it should augur well for the sector and for companies like Sobha, who have been always compliant with these kind of provisions.
All right. Now, pricing trends suggest that there is weakness that still persists on ground. Do you see developers being able to pass on extra regulatory costs to customers in such a scenario?
I don't think there are extra regulatory costs per se. Right? There are extra compliance, and in any case, what are those compliances? The compliances pertain to registration, disclosure, and facing consequences if they do not conform to what they have committed. I think these are good things which a customer should expect from the developers fraternity going forward, and this should not lead to prices going up. Prices may optically go up because now the products will be sold on a carpet area basis, which means the same apartment which otherwise would have costed 50 lakhs, say, it will remain cost 50 lakhs, but per square feet cost will increase.
Okay. Can you also tell us how do you see pre-sales activity being impacted due to this, and also what kind of an impact do you think does the threat of penal provisions against developers here?
I presume this 70% money being kept in the escrow account, it has not been well thought through. It will have some challenges vis-a-vis developers. How do they fund and how do they complete their ongoing projects? But as the things evolve, I hope within couple of years' time, the developers will be able to work around this as well. The novel financing scheme will allow them to complete the projects also and keep this money with the escrow bank account as well.
Mr. Sharma, how do you see this impacting the on-ground construction activity in the near term?
I think the bill itself should take few quarters to get implemented on the ground. So if at all we will see the results of this maybe beginning next calendar year, and hopefully by that time the developers fraternity should be able to ensure that wherever they have the gaps, they should be able to bridge that, and hopefully the customers will have least inconvenience.
Fair enough. Now, analysts are also concerned that the revised approval mechanism requiring all approvals would lead to project launches getting delayed in the near term. How do you allay their fears?
I believe that there will be a model building bylaws. Whatever may be the central approvals, they would have certain guidelines where the approval process will become almost automatic. The municipal authorities also probably will be incentivized or will be penalized with the central government funds if they do not approve the projects on a timely basis. It is in the larger interest of the state governments as well to ensure that the approval process gets simplified and streamlined, and we believe that all these things with the public pressure will become the reality by the time this act gets implemented.
Okay, Mr. Sharma, we'll let you go on that. Thanks very much for taking time out and sharing your perspective as to what you make of the real estate bill. Well, that's the perspective coming in from Sobha developers. The stocks holding out very smartly, 3.5% higher in today's session. Well, moving on now and take a look at the